Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the AMX 13F3AM. It's the Tier 6 French SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Mines, and it's under the command of Oksydor. And yes, you might find it strange that he's got no marks on the barrel, but this is his NA account. He's opened an account on the NA server, and he's playing all of his games all again, and working his way up to the third mark of excellence on every Arty he owns. Well, all the ones that you can mark, that is. This little Arty, based on the AMX 13-ton tank, has a 155mm howitzer and is capable of doing 630 alpha and penetrating through 38mm of armor. Okay, first target appears to be a VK30D. Oh, he fired around into the castle grounds instead, and I think he was trying to help his teammates. In fact, actually, he did get thanks there for VZ58. So I think he did put a round in which did some, or helped them at the right moment. Okay, VK3002D, that's the one with the 88mm gun, and a T3485. Well, the T3485 makes himself an obvious target, and that's a nice hit for 273 and some stun assist afterwards. Now you notice he's in the corner. Now the corner does give excellent views or angles of attack, but the problem is it's also very obvious for the enemy Arty. So if the enemy Arty tries to counter battery, he might be in problems. In this game, the enemy Arty is an M44 and an SU8. He's loaded. Chi2. Oh! Well, he foxed him there because he thought the Chi2 was going to come on and move closer to the rock, but he didn't. He stopped suddenly, and as a consequence, the round is lost. Standard reload for this Arty is 30.58 seconds, and he's got it down to 25.53. Well, he got a near miss there on a Tiger. Picked up another 87 hit points. So the T34's gone down, but where's that VK, the 3002D? According to the team list, he's still there. Oh, the Chi2's, he's wounded. Oh, and a direct hit on his engine bay. Yes, he was tracked, and the round went in right on his rear, or right where his rear was last seen. So I think he got a big hit there. Might not be a penetrating shot, but it certainly would have hurt him. Okay, there's the Tiger. Work it out, that's it. Nice, rounds out. Landed right in front of him for 300 hit points of damage. Now you can see that the enemy are trying to counter battery our teammate in the other Arty, which is an SU8. Just see that they fired around him where the SU8's located, which is on the plateau above the cap area. We're almost loaded. Going for the Tiger again. Rounds out. It landed short on this occasion. Okay, the bad news is that this means that if the SU8 was attacked, there's a possibility that the enemy Arty might try to come after us. You can see that they did do some damage to the SU8 because he's missing some hit points. Okay, we're looking around for the enemy. There's the Chi2. Now, unfortunately, that rock has actually been increased in height. The reason we think it has been increased in height was because we kept using Nigel's spot at C1 to fire at the enemy, and Wargaming picked that up, but the hill was a little too low, so they increased the height to stop us lobbing the shells over that rock into the enemy, because the enemy couldn't see us. But now we can't fire in certain Artys from C1, but it's still a very good firing position. Now he's aiming at the back of the map because there must be somebody in that position. There is! He just got a blind hit on someone. We don't know who it is, but there are a few enemy tanks that are still unspotted, and it could be one of them. Could be the SU-100, actually, the box tank. In fact, enemy tanks have just come into sight. There's the Chi2. There is... Oh, there's the Cheetah as well, and the M44 has been spotted.
That was close.
Well, those are the tank destroyers there, but I think the box tank is the one that he actually did hit when he fired in that blind shot, because we haven't seen where he is. He's not in sight. Okay, is he selecting to go for the Cheetah or the M44? We just saw the M44 fire. Rounds out. Direct hit! Right on the money. And that Thunderbolt is about to go down. He's suffering severe damage. Unfortunately, from this position, I don't think that Oksydor can get a shot on those two. They're hiding behind the rock, and when they're just behind that rock, it's almost impossible to lob a shell over unless you're in a Bishop or you're in a Crusader SP or an FV304, or maybe a Gorilla. Our T20's coming in, so Oksydor's going to try and give some fire support by firing shells in to stun these guys. Again, it landed short, and the T20's been chased off by the Cheetah. And that M44 just fired another round. It is the box tank he hit. Look, he's missing a huge chunk of hit points. And I think he's in that corner now. Oh, that's bound to have splashed him. And they were doing counter battery. And unfortunately, he didn't move about enough, and Oksydor's been wiped out. But he did get a fair amount of damage before he got wiped out. And, of course, some blind shots as well. So, let's see if we can actually see the battle, or the rest of the battle, through somebody else's eyes. I think at this moment, well, we're still with Oksydor, but I suppose if we opt to go to the hill, okay, I'm going to follow it myself and move up onto the hill. Okay, excuse me, flying to the castle as quickly as I dare. I'm going to try and get in so we can see what's going on from up here. Well, Cromwell just made a move, and unfortunately it looks like he got wiped out. But the enemy is under pressure. The BZ-58 is over there. The Cheetah, well, it looks like he's about to go down. Yep, he's gone. The box tank has gone. The only two last ones on the enemy team are the T-3485 and the SU-8. And I guess we're about to find out where they are, because I think they're over here. And they're about to get assaulted. Everyone seems to be converging on this corner of the map. Be quite nice to see the SU-8 get wiped out, considering he took out Oksydor. There he is. Oh, he got a good shotgun on our T20, but that will be the last kill he gets as he's about to get wiped out. And that's the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and it's a first-class tanker for Oksydor in the AMX 13S3AM. He managed to get a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly. And he got a Confederate medal as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. In fact, he didn't get a single kill in the game, but he certainly got a fair amount of blind damage as well. His win rate from that game, 2,565, which is Unicum standard. Unfortunately, yes, he did get counter-batteried. He got taken out by the SU-8, who worked out where he was. And I think you have to put that down to the fact that he wasn't moving about enough, and he could see that the enemy was trying to counter-battery. It was the SU-8 that was firing at the SU-8 on our team and trying to take him out, and that was obvious to me from the mini-map. So yes, when you see those rings appear around your teammate, your other Arty on your team, you need to start thinking about changing position on a regular basis. Anyway, he did get some good blind shots on the enemy. We can see that the box tank suffered 203 hit points of damage. Wasn't a penetrating shot after all, which is a pity because the box tank doesn't have much in the way of armor, but at least he did get a hit in there to do some damage. And of course, he did hit those Japanese tank destroyers, which unfortunately we don't have the details for yet on this replay site, but I'm hoping they're going to load them in eventually. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he got the second highest damage in the game because he got 1,883 hit points. The BZ58 got the top score with 1,914. He also picked up a steel wall. And in third place on damage was the SU8 on the enemy team, the one that counter-batteried him. Yes, he got 1,378 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it was the BZ58, the Sturmil, and the SU8 on the enemy team. All got 3 kills apiece, so 3 players at the top. 2 kills went to the T20, the Striv M4257, and the box tank on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's in second place because the BZ58 managed to get 1,353. Then the AMX 13 F3 of AM of Oksydor got 853 in second place, and 778 went to both the Sturmil and the Striv M4257. He fired 13 rounds in the game, 6 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but 13 splash. Damage of 1,883 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Did receive 1 hit. It was a penetrating shot. I'm afraid because this Arty doesn't actually have any armor as such, it's all open. If you get a direct hit on the vehicle, it's normally fatal for the entire crew at the same time, so you get wiped out. He did hit 6 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, so of course he got the Confederate and got 1,071 hit points of stun assist of 13 stuns. He earned a profit of 15,591 credits from that battle and 1,279 XP, and he's well on his way to getting his third mark of excellence. Well, he's still trying to get his first mark of excellence on this vehicle, but it won't be long because at the rate he goes, he'll just blast straight through them. He is actually, at this very moment, streaming on Twitch TV, so if you want to watch him during the evenings, he's on most days, not every day, but most days, and he's picking up more and more viewers because people come to see exactly what he can do when he's streaming live, and you get to see all the games, not just the good ones, but the bad ones too. But I would say this is a middling game, actually, to be honest. It wasn't an ace tanker, but he did get some good damage. I think the only mistake he made really was getting counter-batteried, and that's because he just didn't move about enough. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.